Getting students into the classroom is becoming a statewide issue, but in East Baton Rouge, that problem is particularly troubling. News 2's Alexis Maroney met with Board of Elementary and Secondary Education members today and tells us what is being done to reduce the number of truant students.
Sylvia, since the pandemic, unexcused absences have been on the rise. Leaders say that the problem is that if students aren't in the classroom, they could be causing trouble.
Whether it's unexcused or excused, you're missing the instructional minutes, and that's the whole point of going to school.
There are about 177 school days in the year, with each day lasting 6 hours. In Louisiana, about 40% of students are missing more than 10% of required time without an excuse.
And we just need to meet the student and the family where they are.
In East Baton Rouge, 55%, roughly 24,000 students, are considered truant, according to data from last school year.
There's a proactive component to this, there's a reactive component. So we want to address both sides of it.
It's stayed that way for the past 5 years.
So it's become status quo. It's been unfortunately accepted as the new norm, and that's obviously a huge concern for all of us.
Thursday, BESE, alongside judges from the EBR Juvenile Court, discussed how students are falling through the cracks.
There were hundreds of referrals from school systems, but 3, 4, 2 FINS officers, and no way to actually process or put people through the program.
FIN is Families in Need of Services, a process to intervene before a child heads down the wrong path. Morris says the kids who don't get to class and therefore don't finish school often wind up being the people committing violent crimes.
46% were chronically absent in 8th grade. So there's a clear correlation between absenteeism and crime, and that's unfortunately part of our dilemma.
Across the river, West Baton Rouge is making progress.
They reduced their chronic absenteeism rate 50% in the last year.
And leaders I spoke to say they expect to push for legislation to combat truancy. Michael?